Hi, second video. So I was thinking about doing a few videos where I talk about mainly to journal for myself about decks that I'm using or decks that I'm starting to use, so I will remember what am I thinking about them, what was I thinking about them when I reach a certain point, because I could make pretty journal and stuff like that, but I'm too undecisive about what sort of a system I should use, so I was thinking about maybe just a video. So the first one, it's gonna be the Seer Tarot. Everybody knows this deck. I think most people have it. I have the mass market edition. I wasn't around when the indie deck came out. I picked one no, I picked this one up when I was looking for a deck to replace the one that I got at the tarot course I was doing, because I didn't bond with that deck, and this one was one of the options that I was really thinking about, and the other one is, sorry about this, the one that I'm supposed to work since August the 1st, but I got sick, so I wasn't able to start working with this one. This is the Wood. Jesus, the Wood. What's the name? Wildwood Tarot. Why did I forget the name? Interesting. So yeah, it's the Wildwood Tarot, which I picked up because it looked shamanistic, and that was one of my favorite subjects in university. But I'm not working with this deck yet, so first of all, I picked this one up because it's a pretty one. It's a colorful deck. I'm a little disclaimer. I can't speak right now. A little disclaimer. I'm saying everything from a perspective of a newbie, someone who's still learning the meaning of the cards and stuff like that. So if I say something that I don't like about the deck, even if I love the deck like this one, it's coming from that place. This deck, the mass market edition, doesn't come edged. I edged it about, I don't know, a few weeks ago, because I was thinking about that it would make it look happier, Freudian slip, happier and prettier, and I think it looks better. I think, not sure about the exact color, but I think it's very similar to the indie deck, because that was edged. But you can see that it's homemade, because you can see that these parts are lighter, and those are because the design on the card there, I'm gonna find something like, yeah, the Knight of Cups. You can see that the edge, I don't know if you can see that actually, but whatever, the color, where the color is lighter on the card, it's gonna affect the edging. That's what I want to say. So first of all, it's a colorful deck, a lot of colors, and I love colors, so that was something that I really liked about it. That was one of the deciding factors. I sorted out some cards that I love, a few I absolutely adore, and a few that I don't really like, and the rest is just good, I guess. So, like I said, I'm coming from a newbie perspective, which means that for me, I'm gonna start with the cards I don't like that much. For me, the problem with these cards are usually is that I don't see the meaning, or I just don't like the design. For example, I read the Five of Swords as a selfish, mainly the selfish card, and on this one you can see that the guy is just, I don't know, he has a headache and there's blood on the snow. I mean, was he committing murder and walking away and just, you know, not telling anyone? Like, I don't get that. So I don't get selfish vibes from the card, pretty much. The Lovers is a pretty card, it is, but I like the choice represented in the card, and this doesn't have. I mean, like I said, it's a pretty card, but I don't get the choice, which granted most, Jesus, what the hell was that? Most new modern decks doesn't have the choice represented on them, but I learned that, and I see choice more on the Lover's card than love itself, which probably means something. The other one is the King of Wands, which is a nice card, and you have Leo, so you can tell that this is the Leo card. But for me, the Knight of Wands is Bobby Axelrod from Billions, and I don't see that passion in this card. I mean, the guy just stands there with his hand in his pocket and he's like, yeah, okay, he has fire and everything, but I don't see the passion in the card. Though I don't have a problem, you know, identifying that, oh, this is the Knight of Wands, so that's not a problem. The Strength card is my no card in the deck, because you can do that when you start using the deck to pick a yes and to pick a no card. I don't like her face. I know that Strength has this, you know, with the lion and the girl and all that jazz, but for me, just the design, it just doesn't appeal to me. I just don't like it. The Ten of Swords. This was a controversial card, I know that. And I'm not going to say anything about the original album because that's just not my place. But for me, this card is the rock bottom card. I think most people read that, the Ten of Swords, like that. If you don't, it's okay. To me, this doesn't say rock bottom at all. When I started to learn the cards and the meanings, it helped a lot when I looked at something like, I don't know which one is easy. Of course, I don't see one. I know, here's the Ten of Pentacles. It's easy that you can see that you're cultivating something, you know, you're growing something. It helps. This one, I mean, I don't see rock bottom. There are birds flying and she's just standing there and looking into the distance. I don't see that. It's not a bad card, just doesn't speak to me. My absolute favorite card in every deck is the High Priestess, but my second favorite card is the Nine of Cups, and another one that I don't really feel like, whatever you want to say, because I don't know, I don't see that her cups are full. They pretty much seem to me that she's just, yes, she's emitting light and all the cups, but I don't know, it's just too basic or too simple. I don't know how to say that. The Ten of Wands is carrying weight and mostly other weight you're not supposed to, baggage you're not supposed to. With this one, this card suggests to me more like you're moving away from somewhere, like you just decide to pack your life up and move. So it's not a bad message, but it's a completely different one than how I read the card. Maybe I shouldn't read it like I'm reading it. And the Judgment, sorry. The Judgment card is something that I'm not really bonding with either, because I don't know what's going on. I mean, is her inner self is getting freed? That would be a good reading, I guess. It just came to mind. I don't really see this card in readings, I guess. But I don't see your being able to get out of a hole from your own strength. That's how I read the card. I don't see that in it, so not really working for me. But like I said, these are not bad cards. These are just not, I'm not bonding with the meaning or the design. But these cards, and I already see that this is gonna be a longer one, so I'm sorry if you're watching, thank you. These are the cards that I absolutely love. So first of all, High Priestess. How beautiful is she? I mean, come on. The colors, everything, the colors. And I just noticed since I started learning the runes that she has runes in the card, and that was just such a big thing because I'm sure I noticed it when I looked at it the first time or in the past 6 months when I was using it, but I haven't since. And I only realized that when I started to learn the runes with the both our Facebook group, and it's just an extra stuff that I really like. I love the Hermit. It was one of my favorite ones. I think it's beautiful. Absolutely, the meaning, everything, the design, it's just gorgeous. Eight of Swords. Another really. What's with the really? Sorry, really pretty design, and I think it just shows so well that most of the time that we're the ones getting in our way. We're the ones who just keep ourselves down, and all the negative self-talk and all that stuff. When you look into the mirror and you don't see yourself, you see someone else. That's just a really good illustration. The Queen of Pentacles. Okay, I when I think about the Queen of Pentacles, I think about Mrs. Weasley from Harry Potter. Okay, I know she's not that elegant and sophisticated and blah blah blah, but for me, she is the one who represents the card. But I mean, come on, look at her. She's beautiful. She's absolutely beautiful. So I love her. Four of Pentacles. I liked this design because it doesn't necessarily shows greed with the card, because I read greed as more of the reversal meaning, and I do read reversals at the moment. It shows that you can be protective of your energy or your assets, and that's not a bad thing. So I think that's a really good one. The Two of Cups, for all the gay vibes and all the racially diverse, I guess that's how you say it. Representation, but yeah, all those little rainbows flowing with the two full cups, because usually you don't see the water in the cups in two of cups, so I like that one. The Star is my card, as in it's an Aquarius, and I think I'm not saying it's the best star card, because I find the best one so far in the Wildwood Tarot, but I like the colors because it's purple, and I like the wishing on a star aspect of it. I think it holding on to, like all this, like what is called, paper, not paper, whatever you let up to fly. Oh, I'm very good at English at the moment, even better than usually. But anyway, it's not important. It's just that it's a really good star card, and I mean, he's hot. He's a King of Swords, and I like the King of Swords with the bat and I don't know. I just like it. I think it's a good one, because usually King of Swords and King of Pentacles are older and, more stoic in a way. So I think the fact that he can be hot is a good point. My yes card in the deck is the Eight of Wands. And I think it became my yes card because I just needed something. Because I needed a reminder that I should move, not just think, because I have like 6 air signs in my chart, so I'm all in my head all the time. And the colors, so I'm not gonna lie, it's the colors. But isn't it just nice? And one of my absolute favorite ones, the last one I promise, is the Death card, and it has rebirth written on it, which I think it helps, because when you hear that, obviously I was the same. I mean, I had no idea about the tarot. I thought that, when you pull the death, you're gonna die, or someone's gonna die. It could happen, but I see that more with the Ten of Swords. So when I see that, I just see a cycle ending and something new beginning. That's the more important part, the new beginning. at the end, and because usually what is ending, it needs to end. I mean, this was a very frequent visitor in my last, I think, year, when I was doing readings about my job. So, yeah, I love this one. Okay, and I think these are all the cards. So what I want to say is, the deck itself is good for a newbie, I think, because you can get most of the meanings from the cards. But where I struggled with it is actually it's a guidebook. Usually there are keywords, but for me there's an upright and a shadow, whatever you want to call it, the reversed meaning. And for me it was that the problem was that with the description, usually they are not that closely connected. So when I read the description, I just sometimes these are beautiful words, but I couldn't really get the meaning for most of the cards. Because I think that when you start studying, you just need a few keywords, and if you learn them, then you can use your intuition and build upon them. So I'm like that. I need keywords. I want to know the basic meaning of a card. So when I look at it, if I don't get anything immediately, I will know where to start from. It just has for my readings, but I know everyone is different. So, like I said, nothing wrong with any of the cards. It's just that's my opinion. So I'm using this deck for about 6 months now. For most of my readings, I offer free readings through a Google form that I'm gonna link down, and I usually use this one. But I have quite a few new decks, and I plan on buying a few more, but I have a very well curated wish list, so I'm not gonna run away and buy 100 because that's too much. So we will see. I mean, I want to see. I want to see if a year from now, for example, if I'm gonna still use this deck regularly, if my opinion changed a lot or not. So pretty much that was the point of the video, to just show my future self, which are my favorite cards, which ones that I don't like that much, because maybe a year from now this strength card is gonna be the absolute favorite strength card of mine. I cannot see that, but never say never. I think that's it, and if you watched it, thank you so much. I'm mostly active on Instagram, by the way, where I usually post pick a card readings, but I want to use this channel, I guess, for like I said, posting videos for myself to know how I feel about a deck, and for the monthly readings that I do on related to astrological, what was a hard word, signs, because I have to limit myself on Instagram a lot, and I think doing a reading on video will help me get more information out, but we will see. I mean, I'm gonna post the September readings at the end of August, so if you want to watch that, then come back and check the channel or the videos and whatever, all that good stuff. And awkward ending, and have a nice day. Bye.